Hey, welcome to my YouTube channel, and we are going to talk about SALTBURN, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It's directed by Emerald Fennell, who also directed Promising Young Woman. Characters involved are Jacob as Felix Curtin, Barry as Oliver Quick, Elspeth as the mother to Felix Curtin, who is Rosamund Pike. The character of Ali is Archie, he's the cousin to Felix Curtin. There's Venetia, who's the sister to Felix. So Oliver gets into uni and is not part of the popular kids. By the way, he becomes friends with this weird guy until the bike accident happens and he sorts Felix out and they become friends and he's invited to the group. Something happens between them, they're no longer friends until the parent accident happens. When I say the parent, it's in quotes. Felix does invite him back to SALTBURN, their family property and palace, if you can call it as such.
Mr. Quick. Wow.
And here he is now.
After he arrives, it's when everything begins to go down. For those who haven't watched, I want you to watch it, and for the rest, let's continue. The class divide is made very evident, but there is the fashion. This is a Tommy Hilfiger shot. There's the vastness of the castle. There's the dressing up for dinner. They dress up for dinner, and also not minding if you're kind to somebody, because rich people don't mind how they talk to you. I call it carelessness in speech because there's no repercussions. The film also addressed the dark side of human desire, which is human obsession. Oliver was obsessed. Sort of reminds me of talented Mr. Ripley. I honest to God believe that Oliver did love Felix, but also he wanted to be him. He loved him, and when he couldn't have him in the end, he hated him, and it was sort of convincing himself that he did. The grave scene was him exerting dominance on something he never could have. So it was him taking control at the end. Is Felix a bad guy? I think Felix is just somebody who's so used to being adored, and Barry is somebody who has learned to give people exactly what they want. Before he ever made contact with Felix, he observed him. In this interview, Jacob explains why he picked Barry as a friend.
You're so wealthy and you have so much. It's almost like having a dog or a bird or a fish is not enough. They kind of need human beings to look after as pets.
To Felix, Oliver is just another salmon pig.
More than last year's one.
There's also a ton of symbolism in this movie, and also using great folks and laws to pass the message, like the story of Icarus, the use of the deer horns, which represents two-sidedness. There's the story of the Minotaur. It's very much. And also, let's talk about the use of mirrors, because every time that Oliver looked at Felix before they met, it was through some sort of mirror or window or something else. It is such a great story, well told, but I didn't like the ending, because the ending, it's more telling than showing, you know. I think the ending could have been done without. Also, I loved Elspeth's parents, and also the girl, you know, the person who was invited that Felix found, you know, who later killed herself, was a very foreshadowing of what would happen. Also, Oliver killing Felix was him cementing himself into the family dynamics. He was cementing himself, and nothing joins people as much as grief does. Tell me about your thoughts about SALTBURN. I'm excited to see them. Let me know.